Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ono, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to leave us a rating, review, or a comment if you're listening to this in the audio realm, whatever podcast app you're enjoying. If you're on the YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button and then notify bell next to it. Make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We've got some fun stuff coming up this weekend, some secret stuff. But we are celebrating our fifth year here at Going In Raw this Sunday. Is our 5-year anniversary.
What's one way we're commemorating this fine event, Steve? Will you tell me?
Well, I'll tell you. We have a new shirt sticker pack. We reached out to superstar artist Juan Ortiz.
Yeah.
You can find his work. I think he's on the Twitter of the Dead 209.
Okay.
I think
he's
also on Instagram.
Juan of the Dead on Instagram, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, if you search Juan of the Dead, you'll find him.
Anyways, his work is all over the wrestling world, all over pro wrestling tees.
And his work is great.
And we were like, we want in on that action. Mm-hmm. So we went out and got a shirt sticker pack made featuring his artwork and some other stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm going to find that right now and put it on the screen.
There it is.
Look at that guy right there.
There it is.
Boom. Look at that. You get a glow. This is the first time I've ever done a glow-in-the-dark sticker.
Man, I want that so bad.
I want that sticker so bad. I want to get in the dark, and I want to look at it.
I want to stare at it, burn my retina with the illumination coming off sticker.
And then there's also a holographic slow wolf. It's not it's a hologram.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to get baseball cards, and boy, was it a delight to open a pack of Upper Deck baseball cards and get that hologram sticker of your favorite team.
And then look at that pink and green sticker of the artwork. And then also this postcard here we can show you in person. Well, you can have this one. I'll have this one. We can both show it to them.
I'll do this side.
I'll do this side. Look at that. We took full advantage of that artwork because, boy, it was beautiful. So anyways. That's going on there. Anyways, NXT on USA made its debut.
Yeah.
Half of it did last night anyways.
Yeah.
So there's apparently not everybody knows this. Not everybody is as plugged in as perhaps some other people. But for this week and next week, the first hour of NXT will be live on USA. And the second hour, if you can log into the network, which seems to be a match unto itself.
Well, I think I had no problems here. I had no problems along in the network last night, but I didn't watch. I had watched the West Coast feed, obviously.
Yeah.
Found out last night my Fire Stick apparently kaput.
Oh, no kidding.
Wasn't working last night.
That's a bummer.
It is. So I had to watch it on my iPad. But I had no problems logging in. Apparently, it was like a short window of time when login issues were a thing.
Right when everybody was switching over, which I guess isn't that surprising.
Yeah.
So that's going to be this week and next week, and the reason why is because Suits on USA is having their big series finales, apparently. So, but once those are done with and AEW is up, then they'll have both hours
totally
live on USA.
Totally.
So that's cool.
Correct.
I had an issue getting through to my Fire Stick, but it was working fine on my phone. So I was able to watch both hours with no issues.
No issues.
We got somebody getting here a shirt sticker pack.
Awesome.
Got the notification. Richard Nason. Richard Nason, the friendo Richard Nason.
Thank you very
Smash
much.
Bro. What did you think of NXT's debut?
It was fun. Get some good matches. That women's Fatal 4-Way match kicked off the show was really dang good.
That. Give me Draped in Gold. The prophecy, Larson, fulfilled. Draped in Gold 2019. Let's take a look at this. The NXT title on Adam Cole, baby. The tag titles on Redragon to Dragon again. And then, of course, the North American Championship now firmly around the lovely waist of Roderick Strong. Gosh darn it. I marked out so hard. You know why? Because it was live and I didn't really know they were going to pull the trigger. I figured they would, but at that end, when Velveteen Dream kicked out of End of Heartache, and then
they were playing with your emotions.
Oh, they were. I was up and down. I was sweaty afterwards. Oh boy.
You.
Yeah. It was everywhere.
Gross.
All sorts of bodily fluids.
That's
Larson.
disgusting.
So, anyways, no, I thought it was good. I thought Dream looked really strong coming out of that, like really strong, and but not strong enough to hold on to that North American title.
Well, I mean, it's a numbers
Not
game.
Johnny Gargano
Four
strong.
against one. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Velveteen Dream can't get hit by a bus and kick out. My tummy is grumbling.
My guy, no, that's a loud one.
I had 2 English muffins for breakfast.
Oh boy, wow. Yeah, you need some more. You need more than that, dude.
Substance. I know. I had eggs on my English muffins yesterday.
That's
Just don't
good.
eat too many eggs, because if I eat too many eggs, it starts to bother my tummy.
Oh dear.
The yolks.
The yolks.
The yolks of the egg could bother my tummy over
You
time.
know what color the yolks are?
Yellow.
That's right, just like the Undisputed Era, draped in yellow. Yeah, I thought it was good. I
You
thought it
like
was
their
really
new
good
shirt?
stuff.
You can buy the new Undisputed Era shirt?
Yeah, totally. I'm going to buy that. It's probably uncomfortable as all get out. You got that giant silk screen image.
You got a hunk of body armor on the front of the shirt because of the image. Maybe you'll be in luck, and it's the cheap, ugly iron-on crap they do a lot of times these days. At least it won't be heavy.
Yeah,
It
that
just
could
won't look
be.
good.
That could be. Yeah, I'm sure.
So do you want to be comfortable, or do you want it to look good?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it really doesn't look good to be honest with you. Look, I've only got my eyes. I got my eyes firmly set on that Street Profit shirt.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Not the red one.
Yeah,
the other one.
Yeah, the collage.
Oh, looks amazing.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
It's like a really bad 90s hip hop montage
It's
cover.
great.
I know
It's great.
It's really
As
great.
a throwback and a homage.
Yeah.
It's great, yes.
Stevie Bradley also bought one of those.
Thank
sticker
you,
packs.
the enforcer.
Let's read some super chats and we'll get right into it. We're going to review
Very well.
NXT on USA. We're going to review NXT UK,
on network.
and then on the network, and then we're going to review NXT UK and 205 Live. Although some amount of evidence last night suggests that 205 is in fact going to get folded into NXT.
Entirely possible.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, first from C. Ross 22 from a crowd standpoint. Last night, one of the best shows I've ever been to. Just bought tickets for the October 2nd episode. Awesome, you can be there in person. C. Ross. Miguel Martinez, NXT versus NXT UK War Games.
War Games.
Who represents each show? Well, it's got to be Undisputed Era versus Imperium, yeah?
That's coming up. That's the next one. You would think. You would think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it wasn't. Yeah, the next one that isn't going to be a Big Four is going to be the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imperium. Boy, that was a surprise last night.
That it was.
That was awesome. Crowd was really into seeing Walter.
Especially at the end when Walter's hanging out with a couple dudes and this gets up, starts trying to choke out Matt Riddle.
I love that he wasn't even hanging out with Imperium.
No, it was just a couple of dudes.
It was just a couple of guys. They were at a little tiny card table.
Yeah, he had his belt with him.
That was a table that really should be in like an RV.
Yeah.
But it was outside.
Well, it's a table that's set up on the storage thing under the RV. And then once you get to the campground, you take that out and set it up to have your morning coffee.
Yeah, that was good stuff. We'll get that a little bit later.
So NXT on USA kicked off with the Triple H hype package. It was all dramatically lit. You thought it was something shot in advance. Joke's on you. He comes out from behind the curtain. He's right there live.
You can kind of see like the I don't know, the shutter angle or what, but it was a little bit off because they were in such darkness. And he's like, "Don't blink because you might miss something. This is NXT. No more BS." And then he's like, "You think that we're taped? No, we're not. Look at this." And then he walks and he sees, and there's the whole crowd. There's some people got some really great pictures of Triple H, just like super geeked out.
Yeah,
man.
did you see his promo after the show where he's up in the crowd?
I just saw like him. I saw a still of him in the crowd. I didn't see it, like what he actually said.
He's NXT's #1 fan.
That's good. Oh no, I did. No, I did read about what he said. That's right. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this before we get to the breakdown of the show. From a production standpoint, this looked different than what we've seen on the network. At least it did for me.
How so?
It looked more video-y. It looks like they shot it in 60 frames. Like you're supposed to watch it in 60 frames. That's how it looked.
On mine, it didn't look like 60 frames. 60 frames has a very distinct look.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, I didn't. Not on at least on my TV, it wasn't like that.
That's
on my
interesting.
phone, it wasn't. That is interesting.
I'm just talking about the USA feed. It looked different than NXT. Like the colors were less saturated.
Yeah, I honestly did not see much of a difference. All I noticed was they changed the font and they did some fancier graphics.
Yeah,
stuff,
the graphics stuff got an upgrade, but the
really
quality
good.
of the picture looked different.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't
On my
notice
TV,
that.
Maybe I don't know why. Yeah, that's strange.
I didn't notice.
Did anybody else notice that, or is my TV starting to give out?
Maybe you have it on True Motion.
No, I didn't even have that on that TV.
I would like to. Really?
No.
How old's your TV? True Motion's been around for a long time.
I got it 6 years ago.
That's strange. I should turn it on for NXT. I like for sports stuff. I kind of like True Motion. I think it looks kind of cool. I like for it to look like
RJ Rojas says it was 60 frames for him.
That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
I'm watching my TV.
That's cool.
I think that's 48.
Yeah, for a bunch of people, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But then J&J says no difference.
So I was wondering, just to meet the broadcast standards of to make it available in 4K or something, they had to change the cameras.
Yeah, it could be different.
I don't know.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, it looked more video-y.
Yeah. So yeah, after the hype package, we got a killer fatal 4-way match.
Man.
They didn't turn it into a fatal 5-way though. Like Regal was starting to intimate.
He was going to toss everybody in this match at one point.
Absolutely.
I really want to take more notes for this match. However, that match was a definition of action too fast to call.
That was awesome.
There was just so much going on at every moment of this match.
Yeah. My favorite part of it though was when they go to commercial break, as we're accustomed to. I mean, the funny thing, look, people have pointed this out. Even with a second hour, when you add commercials in there, you're only actually getting 22 minutes more of content.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. You could do plenty with 22 minutes. But yeah. I love when they came back from commercial.
It was Tower of Doom.
They had set up a Tower of Doom.
Wow.
That was fantastic. I was like,
cool, yeah.
what a brilliant idea. You go to commercial on, I think it was like a suicide diver or moonsault or something.
Yeah, and you come back and
I guess it was Io Shirai's moonsault, Low Shirai's moonsault.
Yeah, Low Shirai's moonsault.
And then they said, it continues. So everybody recovers and they all go set up for a Tower of Doom. I thought that was terrific. And it just sort of illustrated, man, the whole theme of Triple H is don't blink, you might miss something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you go to commercial break, you ain't got no choice but to blink.
You can't go get, make yourself a sandwich and get yourself a beer. You got to do one or the other so you can get back in time to catch the action.
You might miss a Tower of Doom spot.
Yeah.
Holy moly, this match was so much fun.
It was fun.
I had one small quibble.
What?
And that was just the end. I mean, you can go through the match and then I'll talk
about it.
Like
I said, I didn't do a full breakdown of things because there's a lot going on.
More notes here than I ever friggin' taken.
All right. And early on, Bianca Belair was like the star of the first half of this match.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
She was pulling out all the stuff. There's this great spot where she does a press slam on Candice. Does a headstand kick to Io, knocking her off the apron, and then one fluid motion does a moonsault on the Candice. Mia Yim comes in.
Yeah, the handspring kick, and then that was really
one
good.
Fluid motion, it was
that
great.
Was cool.
There's all sorts of action going along ringside. Mia hits a suicide dive on Candice and Bianca, and then Io follows with the moonsault. Go to commercial, come back. Tower of Doom spot you mentioned. Later on, Mia Yim hits Code Blue on Bianca Belair. Io breaks it up. Bianca hits her finish on Candice. Mia breaks that up. And so it's down to Io and Candice in the ring. Io has the upper hand. She goes to the top rope. Mia pushes her off the top rope into Bianca Belair. Mia Yim goes up top. Candice knocks her off the top rope. They kind of jostle for position up there. Eventually, Mia Yim has Candice in an electric chair position. Candice hits a nasty-looking reverse Rana. She hits line salt. I'm not sure what she calls it. For the win. She's celebrating. She goes to the top of the ramp. Out comes Shayna, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir.
That was my only quibble, and it's such a small, silly quibble, but I would have rather seen this face-off in the middle of the ring. It felt kind of awkward up there on the stage.
It's because they lingered.
They did linger.
And that was the thing.
Yeah.
Shayna was just standing there holding the belt. She wasn't saying anything. Candice was kind of saying things and looking over her shoulder to make sure she wasn't about to get jumped.
It was all just kind of crowded.
I think it's just because they lingered.
Yeah.
If there was some trash talk, if there was something kinetic happening in the frame, it would have been different. But
even if they got a couple more cameras for some close-ups.
Yeah.
Like if you get one over the shoulder and then over the shoulder of Shayna and Candice.
Exactly.
And then you're going back and forth. That could have been cool. But yeah, the stagey was a bit stagey. But otherwise, I mean, I can't say one bad word about that match. I thought it was so much fun. And they chose the right person to win it.
Yep.
I'm pessimistic about Candice's odds against Shayna.
No, I feel like if nothing else, Io's going to get involved and cost Candice that match.
They haven't built much of a story around. I mean, they have time. I'm assuming this is going to take place.
This is taking place on
the AEW. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of time.
Io's totally costing Candice this match.
Probably right about that.
Next, video package about Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic. They have a rematch next week. So
this video package wasn't nearly as extensive as the one that built to that first match. And I kind of wonder. So like one thing that I've seen on Twitter, and then I noticed in the newsletter today as well, and I thought it was a fairly astute observation, was so they did little video packages For example, like Adam Cole had one.
Yeah, it was really brief. I didn't make note because it was so
Yeah,
brief.
yeah, it was so brief, and it didn't really tell us.
I think
This is very much in media res. It's very much you're getting dropped into NXT. This ain't a fresh start. It ain't brand new.
Yeah.
You're getting dropped into it.
And here, I know they did several little video package to refresh or educate a new audience, potentially.
They were not that extensive, though.
No.
And they weren't, I don't think they were all that educational. It was just, here's these people that you're going to be seeing, as opposed to this is, I thought, because I really thought that Keith Lee, Donovan Dijakovic video package from a couple weeks ago was so good.
It was really good, but I guess
really well done.
that was a package that really played to fans that aren't just educated, I think, about NXT, but about the work they maybe have done in the independent scene.
yeah.
And maybe the logic behind it is, well, if people aren't watching NXT on the network, odds are they're not that into what's going on in indie wrestling. This is just speculation on my part. So let's do broad strokes, real macro view of what these feuds and these characters are about, and then week after week we'll start zooming in more and more, getting more granular with detail.
That could be. I mean, it could also be maybe they recognize the soap opera nature of, I mean, here's the thing, man. If you all of a sudden want to get into soap operas, and because you find yourself at home during the day, they don't do any recap packages. There's no
You drop right and you have to catch up.
You dive in. The same thing can be said about comic books. I mean, TV shows I know these days you can catch up on through VOD or Netflix, whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't. Did they have Young and the Restless on VOD? Like, can you go on Xfinity and watch the 5 previous episodes, kind of get caught up?
oh, that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they
But
had
then
it on
you
NBC.
can't really
website.
go and get caught up in the 20 years prior because they still hit story beats from
Hasn't
20
it
years
been like
prior.
40.
Well, I mean,
It's
I'm
been
just
a
talking about the
long
current
time.
cast,
Yeah, I
don't know if Victor's still on there. I think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Or what's his name?
I never
My
watched
mom
Young
used
and the
to
Restless.
watch Young and
The
the
only
Restless.
soap opera that I really ever watched was Neighbours from Australia when I was in England as a kid.
I used to watch Days of Our Lives with my mom as a kid.
And then when I was there for vacation this past July, I watched a couple episodes because it's still on. And it's all filmed in like 24 frames in letterbox, and it looks nice and stuff.
Not like the U.S. soap opera.
No. And even back in the day, like in England, like it looked like crap.
Yeah.
When it first started, because I started watching like only about a year or two after it started.
So there was a couple other video packages. We got one for Killian Dane and Matt Riddle. Again, pretty brief. There was a Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong one. The Adam Cole one, more like a quick little vignette. There's another one for Damian Priest. That was super quick, just kind of introductory deals. We had a match between Sean Maluda and Cameron Grimes that lasted about as long as me saying what the match was. Bell rings. Sean run towards Cameron. Cameron hits him with a double stomp immediately. Match over. It was like 8 seconds.
That was good stuff.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Then
Who wants to watch a Sean Maluda match? I'm joking. That's not nice.
It's not nice, man.
It was funny though when he came out. I was like, "Well, this is gonna be a squash match, but against whom?" And then Cameron Grimes comes out, and I'm like, "Okay, well, this might be competitive because it's not like he's a monster or anything. I thought it was like Damian Priest or something."
Yeah. Dijakovic.
Yeah, and he runs out and stomps his ass.
I know.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, that worked."
That's that.
Yeah, that's that mattress man.
And then finally, the main event of hour one, Roderick
What's that from?
Strong.
That's that mattress man. What is that from?
That's from Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, okay, that's right.
When Adam Sandler goes to Philip Seymour Hoffman and says to settle their beef, that's that mattress man.
I've never seen that. I need to watch that.
Seymour
movie.
Hoffman. He's the front.
I've seen the commercials, like his fake commercials.
Yeah. That's like the front is his mattress store.
Doesn't he like jump off like a truck, like a production truck or something onto a mat?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And this is kind of or bounces off.
It's
a weird movie. Like there's this one shot that still bugs me. That's an obvious flub, but I guess PTA thought it was charming.
Oh, I remember you mentioning
Well, there's
that.
a track in and
it sort
the
of
camera bounces to the
stumbles.
side.
Yeah.
And it's obviously just like a bad take, but I guess he saw some charm in it. It's an interesting movie, though. It's worth checking out.
After that, we had a Damian Priest vignette. I didn't see this one.
I actually fast forwarded through it because I was not that I was fast. It was right after a commercial.
Yeah.
So I was fast forwarding the commercial. And I pressed play and I saw at double speed that it was running.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, that seemed pretty short.
So between the two of us, nobody saw it. Did you notice in the fast forward buzz? Did you notice was he at a club or anything?
No, it was B-roll, his Tron, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I didn't notice any club stuff.
Did he talk at all? Do you know?
I was fast forwarding through it.
Did you see any shots of his face and his lips moving?
No, I said it was all B-roll, man.
Okay, well there you go.
Why don't you ask me a question when I see shots of his lips moving when I say it's all B-roll? Pay attention.
Might be B-roll of his mouth.
That's not B-roll.
B-roll isn't anything specific. It could be B-roll of his mouth.
B-roll is stuff where people aren't talking.
Well, I thought maybe there's voiceover.
There could have been. I didn't hear it. I assumed that as sure as what it was probably music with a bunch of B-roll and his Tron and stuff.
Roof. It was Tron.
Get out of here with that. Let's talk about this main event.
All right, fair enough.
It's a good match.
He shot his mouth, lips moving.
They did the Conan O'Brien thing. How about that?
I love it.
It was a shot of him. It was Triple H doing Punishment Martinez.
Oh, man. Oh, that was too funny. Roderick Strong versus Velveteen Dream. Boy, what a match this was. This is fantastic. Is this me or Roderick Strong have loose face coming out?
He tricked you.
He looked like he was not going to win that match.
He tricked you.
That chronicle, by the way, of Sasha Banks. No, was it that one? Yeah, I think it was that one. Was it that one? Yeah. Totally validates the idea, the concept of win face and lose face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because she totally had lose face, and you see her backstage literally crying as they're doing her hair to go out there at WrestleMania. And then she comes out, and they literally focused on her lose face as she goes out there. So that is valid. Some people have like tried to get on our case about that. So anyway.
No, it's totally a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are all great performers.
But they're still
human. There's a limit to performance. Mm-hmm. Especially when you only got one chance at it. So they were actually wrestling. The thing about Roderick Strong matches, and I don't know what it is. They're like the right amount of sloppy. Mm-hmm. This match had the right amount of sloppy.
I know.
Because like early on, they were kind of jostling for a position on the mat and stuff. And it was just the right amount of sloppy.
Oh, so they said he did talk. What the heck?
All right,
must have all been.
Hey, Punishment, would you like to do it? No, not right now, thank you.
If he doesn't say that, I don't care what he says.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know his thoughts in kayfabe in NXT.
Here's the thing.
Damian Priest donuts, yay or nay?
Here's the thing. I was fast forwarding through the commercial. I saw it, and based on the length of it, it seemed
inconsequential.
It seems super short.
All the other packages.
And so I was like, I'm not going to take 30 seconds to go back and then go back too far and then have to watch a commercial. That's a waste of time. I'll make a note that it's there. It was there. Morrow said something. He was a party guy.
We've been doing this for 5 years. I'm hoping by like year 10, we're just going to only watch. Like we're going to fast forward through all the shows.
Don't you remember in the very early days, we used to do that with SmackDown when it was a clip show.
Well, I want to do that with like the important shows.
All right. It's like we want to try to be completionists. We want to give people the full thing. So at least what I used to do is I'd fast forward through all the recap packages. I saw Raw.
Yeah, you don't need to see that stuff.
I'd one speed fast forward through the inconsequential undercard matches.
Yeah, sure.
And pay attention to the talky stuff just in case there's story beats to pay attention to.
That's awesome. Year 10, I just want to be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Seth Rollins.
Everything on double speed.
Not really sure. Anyways, yeah, this is a fun match.
It was a good match. So yeah, right amount of sloppy early on. They're kind of jostling for position on the mat. And then Roderick Strong. Here's the thing: Roderick Strong's strategy is obvious. If you step in the ring against him, he's going to work over your back.
Yeah.
And yet nobody can do anything to stop it from happening.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's like when a pitcher is so dominant, they can say, "Hey, fastball coming," and you still swing right through.
Doesn't matter.
You can't do anything about it.
He is inevitable.
He's like a force of nature.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts working over Velveteen Dream's back, hits a couple back breakers, goes for a stronghold. Dream reverses into a sharpshooter attempt, but Strong pushes him out of the ring. This is a really extended sequence right before a commercial. Tries for a wrecking ball drop kick. Dream avoids it and then pushes Roderick Strong into the ring steps. We're back from commercial. Velveteen Dream eventually makes a comeback after fighting off a superplex attempt. He hits a Dream DT. Strong kicks out. Then Roderick Strong makes a bit of a comeback, hits a V-trigger, which Morrow actually called it a V-trigger before quickly calling it something else.
Yeah.
Wraps Dream in the ropes and then hits a series of elbows running back and forth. A backbreaker, a tiger bomb, gets a 2 count, transitions right into a stronghold. And they really milked that moment.
They did, yeah.
Wonderfully.
That was great.
Dream gets to the ropes. That's when the Undisputed Era comes out ringside. And that's when Dream makes a comeback a little bit. And then Roderick Strong tosses Velveteen Dream into the ref. We get a ref bump.
Yeah.
We think, Strong's going to win this match right here. But no, it's Velveteen Dream who gets some offense in. He hits a Dream Valley driver, super kick to Cole, punches O'Reilly off the apron. But then that distraction allows Strong to hit a knee and a heartache. Ref comes to, but Dream kicks out. And then Dream hits another Dream Valley driver, goes up top. You got Bobby Fish on the other side of the ring distracting the ref. Adam Cole super kicks Dream off the top rope. Roderick Strong hits end of heartache for the win.
Yep.
Draped in gold.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yep. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. How long? Now what's next? We have to address the title of the episode. What's next for the Undisputed Era? How long are they going to keep these things?
I would think at least till next takeover. So the street fight in this episode, in the second hour, didn't have any sort of conclusion other than chaos. So it's there's another street fight next week between Dane and Riddle. Whoever wins that gets a title shot against Adam Cole.
Yes. Yeah, that was announced at the end, like after the cameras went off.
Yeah.
I think Regal came out also and announced that particular thing.
So that will probably happen on the October 2nd edition. To go head-to-head against AEW, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that could be the case.
They're going to stack that show.
Yeah, that could be.
But I'd be surprised if Adam Cole lost it then. But if they really want to go for some sort of shock finish, say Matt Riddle picks up the win.
He's not. That's not going to happen. Adam Cole's totally going to retain that title. I'd be even surprised if it ended up being Matt Riddle that was the one to face him off. Like I think it's too they don't want to have that match right now. Although I don't know, Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole, that's a heck of a way to stay.
They already had
that
a match.
AEW show.
They had a match on NXT TV.
When was that?
A few weeks back. Matt Riddle won.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's a heck of a match though.
Yes, I believe so. I'm daydreaming that.
Was it like a clean finish?
Yeah, May 8th.
May 8th? Oh, that was 4 months ago.
Yeah, it was a clean finish too.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know. I mean, War Games is next. We had talked about the possibility of doing an all titles on the line thing. There really doesn't seem to be right now. Imperium is obviously a 4-man crew, but that wouldn't make sense. The Imperium would be a great opponent, but not for an all titles on the line thing.
No, I kind of feel like the reason Imperium was there was like, hey, this is a huge spotlight for NXT. Let's spotlight all of NXT. So that's why the number one contender match for the Cruiserweight title, because that seems like that's going to start getting folded in NXT as well. We got this NXT UK promotion over here, too. Let's highlight some of the people from there.
Well, Triple H has said that obviously we're going to get Walter versus Kushida, which, by the way,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Holy moly, that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be stellar.
So I think it's just kind of like, hey, let's showcase everything great about NXT in these next 2 hours. Hour 2 on the network kicked off with Peter Dunne. Pete Dunne taking on Arturo Huas. This is a more competitive match than I anticipated.
Adrian Jahoud.
Yeah, I thought it was like Pete Dunne against a guy who's barely on TV. Pete Dunne's going to have this easy. But it was way more competitive, and it was fun. It was a fun match.
Yeah, I like this a lot better than if it would than that Sean Maluta match. Well, the Sean Maluta match was funny. But Arturo Huas has a really great look to him.
Yeah, man.
And he comes off as legit. I'm not sure why he hasn't been on TV. I know him and Benoni have been doing sort of tag team or factional stuff.
Yeah.
On the house show
circuit. I know. I don't know why they haven't done much of him because he's pretty good.
He looks great. He looks like $1 million. That dude. So does Benoni for that matter.
I know.
He's I was pointing this out when we were watching the brawl.
He's super tall.
He's really tall. He's got a great look to him.
He's jacked.
Yeah.
I guess Huas they said was undefeated for a number of years in Brazil.
That's cool.
As a wrestler. Oh. He looks legit because I think he is legit.
I think he is, yeah.
This is a really fun match. Of course, Huas doesn't wear shoes,
right.
And so normally Peter Dunne snaps fingers. He did that to Arturo's toes.
Yeah, that was
funny. Clever.
That was good. That was really good.
In the end, though, Arturo taps out to the mounted triangle with some finger breaking.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, a really fun match. Again, when you expect squash match, you get a good match that actually showcase the abilities of both talents.
Yeah.
It benefits everybody.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The next, in somewhat of a surprise on multiple levels, we hear is announced that Lio Rush, who we haven't seen in a while, will be taking on Oney Lorcan.
Well, we've seen him
who
in
we
the
see
world.
we see all the time.
We've seen Lio Rush in the world of music.
Yeah,
because he's released a couple of singles since during his sabbatical, his hiatus.
Yes, announced later this evening. Winner will be number one contender for the cruiserweight title.
Again, 205 under the umbrella. It'll be. I mean, look, man, we're only a couple weeks out from October the 4th. You would think at that point. I mean, is the Fox Sports 1 show? Is that?
I think they said that
that's
was
going to be
Wednesday.
That's going to be on Wednesdays.
I thought so.
It's not going to be the third hour. It's
not going to be on
That's
Friday.
been confirmed. Yeah, you're right. So be kind of interesting to see what they do with actual 205 Live, if that's going to continue to be the third hour SmackDown Friday nights, or if it's actually going to if the division's going to get folded into NXT. In any event, we got a returning Lio Rush versus Oney Lorcan, who's all over the place lately. Yeah. And, that
match delivery, we'll talk about that more later. They also announced that Dakota Kai is returning next week. After that, a pretty short match between Xia Li and Aaliyah. There was a bit of a botch, unfortunately, where Xia Li was trying to hop up on the top rope. She fell off. Yeah. Thankfully, she's fine, because it looked like she maybe could have gotten hurt, but she's fine. She picked up the win, though. Tornado kick.
Even getting your bell rung via botch, you still beat Aaliyah. It's really not that, not much of a competition there.
No. Next, we're supposed to have a match, I believe, between Denzel Desjardins and Kushida. Said Kushida was going to be in action.
Yeah.
However, once Denzel hit the ring, Imperium arrived ringside, surrounding the ring. They lay him out. Crowd's chanting for Walter. Walter's not there. It's just Wolf, Bartel, and Eichner.
Yeah.
So they lay out Desjardins, and then the crowd's chanting for Walter. Walter shows up. He comes down the ring. He drops a promo. The mission statement, what Imperium's all about.
Yeah. This is the ring now. This is where we are now in this ring.
This mat is sacred. We're here to restore
ring general.
Yeah, honor and tradition back to this sport. Kushida comes out. He responds to Walter.
Hey, man, I have a match. It's my time. Clearly says it's my time on the whiteboard in there.
Yeah.
I want my match against... Who? I'm Kushida. Why do you have me facing
I want your title now, Walter.
Yeah, that's going to be mine now.
I want your title.
This was rad. Yeah. This was fantastic.
And then Imperium charges towards Kushida. He fends them off.
Like a video game.
Yeah. Except Walter. Walter gets him like a sleeper or something. Oh, yeah, gets him in a sleeper. And then Kushida slips out of his vest and shirt.
Yeah, that was cool.
Kicks Walter in the head and gets out of there.
Yeah. That was
pretty
good
cool
stuff. Man, I can't wait to see. This is the great thing about the NXT umbrella. If it's UK, 205, whatever you want to call it. There are so many flippin' dream matchups here. Kushida versus Walter is definitely one of them that I had not thought was on the radar, but holy crap.
Something else, man.
That's going to be fantastic.
Really good. Next, we had Oney Lorcan versus Lio Rush. Oney, he's chomping at the bit to get his hands on Drew again. So he starts this match on fire, comes out with several elbows and uppercuts, hits a blockbuster, gets a 2. Lio Rush shakes off that early onslaught from Oney, makes an immediate comeback, hits like the handspring handstand kick, 3 suicide dives, just jumping back and forth, go to commercial, come back. Lorcan eventually gets the upper hand again, hitting a dragon screw leg whip, starts working over the leg. A lot of single leg crabs we'd see from Oney throughout this match. So Oney has the upper hand. Lio hits that springboard stunner where he bounces off the bottom rope.
And goes back up for a stunner. That was awesome.
It's great. He only gets a 2. He goes up for final hour. Oney moves. Lio lands on his feet, sells his knee.
Boy, it's funny because that was totally like a sell job, but it looks so rough when he's going for a splash basically, and he lands on his feet and he sells his knee. It's like, oh my god!
Yeah, I know.
But he's so lightweight.
I know. Oney hits a powerbomb off that, transitions right into a single leg crab. Lio escapes. Oney gets him in another single leg crab, transitions to an STF. Lio gets the ropes. The finish sees Oney charge towards Leo for another blockbuster. Leo responds with the Spanish Fly, falls with Final Hour for the win.
Yeah, that was a terrific match. Hopefully, whatever it was that kept Leo off TV has been fixed.
Yeah, has been resolved.
Because that dude he's nothing but potential. He's so much fun to watch in the ring.
I feel like so far we've only scratched the surface of what he can do in a WWE ring.
I agree. You gotta I don't know, play by certain rules. I don't know what the deal is, but you gotta figure it out because I want to see him more. And then we had our main event: Matt Riddle versus Killian Dane.
Yeah, wasn't much of a match though.
No, it wasn't. It fell apart very quickly.
Yeah. So even before the bell rings, Dane hits the drop kick. Bell rings like mid drop kick. He puts Matt Riddle on his shoulders, fireman carry position. Riddle escapes. It's German suplex and exploder suplex. He goes for a Broton. Dane gets his knees up. Dane gets out of the ring, gets a kendo stick. Instead, he eats a kick from Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle gets kendo stick, hits Killian with it, and then he's like charging towards Dane. Dane backdrops Matt Riddle over the barricade. Now he has kendo stick. He hits Riddle once with it, and then they just start brawling. Killian Dane hits the senton on the floor. They're brawling backstage. They go through a door. There's the Forgotten Sons just hanging out. They brawl outside. You got Walter chilling at the table. We mentioned that. Who else was out there?
Okay, so
Before the brawl breaks out.
Okay, so Maluda was out there.
Yes.
Jonah Rock was out
Yes.
there. A couple of refs were out there. You already mentioned the Forgotten Sons. They walked past them. Gee whiz.
This is what I like about it. It harkens back
Undertaker was out there.
Harkens back to the Attitude Era when the show felt like a living, breathing organism.
Sean Stasiak was out there.
No. Doing some chiropractic work.
Virgil was out there. Mayor
It's too much.
Glenn Jacobs was out there.
It was not in Knox County, so no.
So this is a great thing about living in my head because I imagine all these things.
You do.
Personification of Slow Wolfpack was out there.
Pretty much, yeah, no. So anyways.
Dog authority figure was out there.
Anyways, like Matt Riddle kind of gets tossed towards the table a little bit. This angers Walter. He was having a pleasant conversation with two NXT.
So some people in chat said that he was playing cards.
Maybe.
The second time I watched and here, I looked thinking because I was like, when I first saw it last night, I was like, was he just playing cards with people? And I didn't see any actual cards on the table. I looked very specifically. I cannot confirm that there were cards.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm old and my vision isn't great. And maybe I missed it the second time around, but I did not see cards.
Yeah. Anyways, Walter puts the sleeper on Matt Riddle. Imperium comes in. They start attacking Matt Riddle too. There's a huge brawl breaking out. Street Profits are out there. Forgotten Sons join in. Jonah Rock's out there. Pete Dunne's out there. Danny Burch is out there. And I'm sure there's countless others.
They all just come out of nowhere.
Raul Mendoza shows up.
Yeah, he's there.
Dijakovic's out there. And so eventually Riddle and Dane start brawling back into the arena. Everybody who was brawling outside follows them in.
Yeah.
So you get Dane and Riddle back in the ring. This is the only kind of crap part about this whole situation.
This was crap, yeah.
Security comes in and breaks it up.
Why?
There's a match happening. It's a street fight.
It's a street fight. Like they turn it into an actual street fight, like the frickin' Jets and the Sharks.
Yeah.
And then they got to scrub it? Get out of here with that.
Get out of here. This is like the Warriors, man.
If you want the fracas to die down, then go take care of all the people out there who don't actually have a match.
Exactly.
2 men have a match. They're in the ring. Leave
They
them
want to
alone.
fight. Let them fight. So there's just mayhem. There's absolute chaos. It's like half the roster's out there brawling.
Yeah.
Eventually, the ring clears out, save for Killian Dane. He has a suicide dive on a bunch of people. And the show just ends with chaos and bedlam.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then as we sort of mentioned, apparently after the cameras went off, Triple H comes out and says, hey, I love everybody. Everybody love everybody. And
No, Burrow and Vargas says the Metro Brothers were the stars of the brawl. Metro Brothers were in there, apparently.
I did not even see that. I saw that. I saw that earlier. Somebody mentioned that. I did not notice that. Oh, Adrian C. Was it Adrian C? Adrian C. No playing cards confirmed.
There you go.
Okay.
Confirmed. No playing cards.
Some people were saying they were hoping for some Pokemon, perhaps.
Some Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
They're back there playing WWE Supercard on their phones.
Kirsten says Pokemon cards to celebrate Ash finally winning a league.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what any of that is. I don't know any of that
get
stuff.
that at all. Not at all. Next. Oh, NXT UK. So the show kicks off with Sid Scala, Cassius Ohno hype package.
Man, just got confirmation from the sticker people. They're out for delivery today. Gonna get those glow-in-the-dark stickers, hologram stickers.
Nice.
Good
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
So, of course, Ohno and Sid will be taking part in a British rounds match later in the show.
Yes. Yeah, that's the big deal.
And so we got the graphic with the rules, and we got Johnny Saint, Regal,
So many rules.
Robbie Brookside,
Way too many.
Nigel talking
Way
about
too
it. It's
many.
kind of similar to what ran last week, but a little different. First match of the show was Travis Banks taking on Tyson T-Bone.
Oh, Titan T-Bone. So we knew immediately who was going to win this
Yeah,
match.
Travis Banks, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened.
Basically.
It was more competitive than that, though. It wasn't an easy win for Travis. He does have the early advantage, and then Tyson punches Banks like right in the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit back and forth after that, but Banks eventually rolls him up. So Tyson T-Bone tries to go for a suplex. Banks counters with the roll-up, wins with a small package.
Mm-hmm.
Not a decisive win for Travis Banks, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah.
Showing his craftiness and his gumption.
He's got gumption. He's got the ingredients.
He has the ingredients for a roll-up victory. Next, we were getting a Tony Storm update from Radzi. The update is there is no update.
There is no update.
She's not there.
Yeah.
Gallus.
But you know who is there?
Gallus.
Gallus is there.
They are there. They're complaining. They say they're still number one contender for tag titles.
I like how this was staged in the dialogue. I thought it was sort of a Guy Ritchie type situation, like an early.
They were
Guy
kind of
Ritchie
cornering
thing.
Radzi there in terms of the framing of it. All right, I know there's one thing you really want to talk about. So let's talk about this Rhea Ripley, Debbie Keitel match real quick. It wasn't much of a match.
No, it wasn't.
Rhea Ripley won handily with Riptide.
Yeah.
She grabs the mic, drops a promo saying, I want a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Out comes Ginny and Jazzy.
Nuclear Man.
Yeah, they interrupt. Ginny says, you're the past of this division. Look at you. You look like you're dressed from the 90s.
Your greasy hair.
Your rusty chains.
Yeah.
You're in the past. I'm the future. Me, Nuclear Man here.
Well, like, isn't Ginny like a good 30 years older than Rhea Ripley?
Seems that way. She's definitely older.
She acts like she's 30 years older.
Um,
She kind of dresses like it.
yeah.
Rhea Ripley, she's the future. She looks like she's some Mad Max character. And if I'm not mistaken, Larson, Mad Max took place firmly in the future.
yes.
Yeah.
And so Ginny says, well, here, you got a problem now. And it's Jazzy. Jazzy goes up, gets on the apron. Rhea steps up. Jazzy grabs Rhea by the throat.
Nuclear Man.
Sorry, Nuclear Man. And then Rhea kicks her in the head off the apron.
Sorry, made Nuclear Man look like a chump.
Yeah.
Nuclear chump.
All right, let's talk about this next part. 'Cause I know this is what you really want to talk about.
I want this every week, but I want it longer. I want more of it. This was amazing.
So we're down in like the parking garage, the venue. Trent Seven shows up for work.
What's Trent Seven wearing? He had black slacks.
Yeah.
And he had what looked like a referee's dress shirt.
Yeah.
It was like a nice dress shirt.
But vertical black and white stripes.
Vertical stripes.
Yeah, he looked like a ref or
So he
something.
shows up looking like fancy ref.
Yeah, and so you hear a bullhorn
Ref
siren
with
go
the
off.
space between the R and the E and the E and the F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ref.
So then, you hear a
Bullhorn alarm go off,
Yeah.
and he just goes, ugh.
I've got a special announcement
No
to
one
make.
Yeah.
Listen up, everybody. I've got a special announcement to make. Trent Seven is a dafty.
And Trent's like, oh, gosh. Noam Dar's character is Petulant
like
Child.
somehow this isn't the first time. Like he knew because he's done this before. He was like, I don't want to deal with this.
At first, Trent Seven wasn't mad. He just sighed.
Yeah.
It's like, what a pain in the rear this guy is.
Who wants to deal with this?
This is just a major inconvenience. When
So
you're
he's
mad.
like, what is your deal? Who just hangs around a parking garage?
Who lurks around a parking garage with a bullhorn?
A bullhorn. And then I forget, what did he say to set Trent Seven off?
He said R.I.P. BSS.
Yeah, R.I.P. BSS. That really set Trent Seven off.
Yeah.
He started doing that, and they set a couple dudes, separate him. And then Noam Dar starts to skulk off, and he's like, why are you necking? I'm assuming necking is when you're running your neck like this.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Yapping at somebody. That's
Maybe.
my guess.
All right.
Maybe some of our UK friendos can confirm.
Yes.
Why are you necking?
Better define that for us.
Yeah.
After that was funny, though. After that, we got a Joseph Connors versus Kenny Williams match. Surprisingly enough, Joseph Connors won. He is on a winning streak.
Well, doesn't Yeah, he did. Who did he beat before?
Didn't he beat Dragunov?
No, he beat that guy who had the.
Oh, Oliver Carter. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he beat Oliver Carter. Sorry, yes.
He beat Oliver Carter.
Correct. No, Cassius Ohno beat Ilya.
Yeah.
As well as Cesaro.
So Joseph Connors, 2 in a row for him.
Yeah, man.
Kind of surprising.
D Minor is saying that Ginny is 29.
Oh, he said, wind your neck in. I don't even know what that means.
Sean Lindsay says it basically means calm down or mind your business.
Wind your neck in, man. Wow. Thought he said, why you necking?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But wind your neck in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's rude. Joe Connors picks up a win against Kenny Williams.
Yeah, so much shocking. We were like, okay, Joseph Connors comes out. It's like, who's his opponent? Kenny Williams? Oh, looks like an L for Joe Connors.
Yeah, but, I mean, here's the thing about Kenny Williams. Luck will only take you so far.
It's true.
It'll only take you so far, and his primary gimmick is he's just lucky. So it's like a toss-up. Whether
It really is a 50-50. It has nothing to do with his own skill.
No.
You really should have a gimmick that relies on skill rather than fortune.
You would think. Yeah.
Because fortune is fickle.
Exactly.
Cesaro Dragunov recap package from TakeOver. And then Oliver Carter promo. He's like, yeah, I lost my last match, but God, how do you put it at the end?
I don't know. Is it bad if I do his accent? Like, probably, right? It's probably not good. So I'll refrain from doing it, even though I really want to.
He had like a pretty charming way of saying, I'm going to go out there and win my next match, essentially.
Yeah.
Anyways, next Kaylee Ray interview.
He said, what's your deal? And she was like, it's my title new. I don't know what she said. To be honest with you.
Yeah, let's talk about this British rounds match. Ono versus Sid Scala. Man, that was a hell of a shirt Cassius Ono came out in. Mm-hmm. The Jizza written in NXT font. Yeah. Of course, Jizza, the genius member of Wu-Tang Clan.
I'm surprised you had not noticed that before, because
I haven't seen him wear it before.
The way you're marking out about it right now, and the way you marked out about it yesterday, yeah, he's worn it a couple times before.
I haven't noticed him wear it before. Yeah. That's a great shirt. I actually looked online to see if I could procure one for myself. Couldn't find it.
Why don't you hit him up?
Maybe I will.
Where'd you get that fancy shirt, dude?
It's pretty cool. It's a nice shirt.
It's good stuff.
Of course, 6 rounds, 3 minutes per round. Unless a fall happens during the round, then the next round starts. First person to get 2 pins or 2 submissions would win automatically, but otherwise, whoever has the most falls in their favor at the end of 6 rounds wins.
Well done. Well done. Wow.
So we get through the first 3 minutes. Round 1, no falls.
Yeah.
Same with the second round, no falls, but then bell rings to end that round. Ono gets a little extracurricular activity in after the bell.
Mm-hmm.
It's not till round 3 where we see the first fall, where Ono gets the pin after a roaring elbow on Sid Scala.
Yeah.
Round 4 continues or goes on, no fall there. There isn't really till round 5 where Sid starts really mounting a serious rally and some serious offense and try to string things together. He's playing for the tie at this juncture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But round 5 ends, no fall. Again, Sid's doing everything he can. And really, Cassius Ono really should have slammed Sid stomach first on the mat and just sat on him, laid on top of him, put him in a headlock.
Yeah.
No reason to do anything else. Just kill the clock.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's hubris of a heel. And,
exactly.
And he just wants to be laying elbows into this little kid. So
You put him in a headlock. 12-6 elbows.
That
what you
seems
do.
fun too. Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
I mean, by any capacity, in every measure, Cassius Ono has the advantage in terms of strength, in terms of size, and it felt like he should utilize that better in that last round instead of getting
seemingly agility too, which is crazy. He is crazy agile for his size.
So the number of roll-up attempts that Sid got off in this last fall should never have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the time's expiring. Sid gets a backslide on Ono. Ref's hand pretty much hits the mat right as time expires in the last round.
Now, you might think, Larson, that Sid Scala was this close, 1 second or 2 seconds away
From
tying. However, what is Cassius Ono? He is a wrestling genius. You think he doesn't have the seconds mapped out, the milliseconds mapped out in his head?
He does, man. He's got an eternal clock.
This was calculated. He knew that time was going to run out with 1 second left, thereby crushing Sid Scala's soul even more.
Yep. It's not enough just to beat him, to know that Sid was this close to tying.
Mentally break him.
Yep, just break him.
Mentally break him. Anyway, I thought it was a really fun match.
It was fun.
I thought it was
It was
really
something
good.
different.
It was a good story.
Yeah.
I like that, man. They got leeway to tell some interesting stories in NXT stuff in general.
Yeah. Finally, 205 Live show kicked off with Lince Dorado versus Arya Daivari. The battle of Lince, who started out doing a bunch of high-flying lucha stuff that was great, and Daivari trying to keep him on the ground. Eventually, at the very end, they're brawling on the top rope. Lince knocks off Daivari, hits a shooting star press for the win.
Yep.
Seemingly the blow-off for that feud. I would imagine that's the end of it. Daivari at one point was yelling at Lince, hey, you should have listened to me. You could have been champ.
Yeah. You could have been a contender.
Didn't happen, though. Next, we got an Oney Lorcan promo. He says he's going to hurt Tony Nese in their match tonight. Then he's coming for Drew Gulak and that Cruiserweight title. Didn't really work out that way for Oney, though.
Nope. He even got on a plane to do a number one contender match. And
Lost that one, too.
He still lost that one, too.
This next sequence is kind of beguiling, but any opportunity for Akira Tozawa to show his personality is great. So it's Jack Gallagher versus Brian Kendrick. Before the match, Kendrick drops a promo saying he's going to show Jack Gallagher what real respect looks like. It's like, you brought out Kushida. Come on, man. Anyways, at one point, Gallagher is on the floor. Kendrick, there's like a drop kick, sends Gallagher into Akira. And Gallagher is like, hey, Akira, why are you out here? You should get out of here. Leave.
Yeah.
So they're arguing back and forth. And then Kendrick emerges from the back of the frame with a kendo stick and just hits Gallagher with it.
It's one of those things where, like, the standard convention of none of these wrestlers have any peripheral vision whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because he's talking to the ref, and just clear as day, Kendrick, like, sneaks up to him. He's got, like, he's hunched, so you know he's sneaking, because there's video game logic here, apparently. And, yeah, he really wrecks him with it.
So then ref calls for the bell, of course, and Akira Tozawa is all, WTF, Brian.
It's like, it's Brian Kendrick. You should know what kind of person this is.
I know. So back in the ring, Kendrick puts Gallagher in the captain's hook with the kendo stick. And Akira, this whole time, Kendrick's laying in Gallagher. He's like, what are you doing? Stop.
Stop that.
Stop it.
Stop it.
So Akira comes in and breaks it up. Kendrick leaves. No, he comes back with kendo stick, hits Tozawa with it.
Yeah.
So much for that partnership, I guess.
Well, man. Get out of here with your emotions, Stop having feelings. This is a professional business that we're in. Either you're on board or
They're all
you're
humans,
not.
man. They're all humans. We're all human beings. We all have
You need to
emotions.
check that at the door when a paycheck's involved, man. Heck yeah.
Nah. Next, we had a Humberto Carrillo interview. He was asked about losing the Cruiserweight title at Clash of Champions, or the match at Clash. He said he had the match won, and if it weren't for Drew and his underhanded tactics, he would have picked up the win and be champion now. He's disappointed he lost. However, he still thinks he can beat Drew Gulak one-on-one, something that'll probably happen in 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
Maybe less.
Next up, we had the main event, which was Oney Lorcan versus Tony Nese.
I hope you like seeing guys get thrown to the barricade, because there's a lot of that in this match.
That happened a lot in this match. Very physical matchup. It was good stuff. Just sort of like 205 doesn't usually do this stuff, but it ended up in a wonk. Basically, I mean, Drew Gulak comes
kind of funny, though.
from like towards the finish of the match. Oney was going to go for like a high flying move type thing, and Drew just sort of pokes up from out of nowhere, grabs Oney's ankle. Tony Nese rolls him up from behind, and then that's it. He gets the 3 count.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of goofy. But Drew Gulak is great. That dude, he just has one of those faces where, the best guys have those faces that can be like on a movie screen. And Drew Gulak is totally that. It's funny when you see him right next to Tony Nese. I love Tony Nese as a premier athlete.
Yeah.
As a wrestler, I think he's terrific. I just think that in the thing that you can't teach, you can't buy, you can't learn, just sheer charisma, Drew Gulak has that.
Yeah.
And you see him literally side by side in that last shot. And it's like, man, Drew Gulak, that's why he's going to stick around for as long as he wants to, because he just has that natural charisma.
Yeah. There are instances, though, where we've seen it before in the past, where wrestlers may not have a showcase of that charisma until they find that character that taps in best to who they are. Maybe that's the situation with Tony Nese. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks. I mean, there has been no announcement made. Is it going to be folded into NXT? Is it going to continue to run? We have no idea.
Let's answer some questions, yeah?
Yeah.
NXT UK needs a mid-card title so Imperium can be draped in gold and fight the Undisputed Era to take over.
Hey, man.
Triple H doesn't want a mid-card title in NXT UK. He doesn't think it needs it.
He does not. Yeah, that's sort of the least likely to happen, at War Games. I wonder, is it possible that it's going to be, for once, not the Undisputed Era in a War Games
It's entirely
match?
possible.
Because otherwise you're looking at no title on the line beyond, like, the women's title.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's for all the belts, but it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense right now.
There was that situation that might have made some sense, but at this point, Street Profits are...
they're in this weird limbo between Raw and NXT.
Seemingly...
I mean,
it was Dream, Street Profits, and then what was the other? Oh, and then Gargano might have been the other one if you're going to have all of them on the line. But at this point, like...
Oh, one thing we should mention. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt them, but it seems salient to mention. Triple H had a conference call after NXT last night, and he said Tommaso Ciampa's close to being cleared for a return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're keeping him off TV until we're going head-to-head with AEW. We're going to throw everything we have.
Yep.
Bringing Brock in for that, too.
Yeah, Goldberg, too.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Matt Riddle on Instagram, he was Twitter, Instagram, both, I don't know, had a small, like, shot of what looks like either a shirt that he has, a shirt that somebody else made. I was hoping he was going to come out in this shirt. But, Goldberg's raglan that's, like, gray and black, and it's got Goldberg on it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a shirt that's got, like, the tribal thing right here. It's exactly that. It's got the tribal thing, and in Goldberg's letters, it says, "You're not my bro." I was hoping he would wear that.
That's amazing.
I was hoping he'd wear that.
It's amazing.
It's great. Let's see here. Arma Arcana wants to know who will be the first to lose their title.
Either Cole or Roderick Strong.
There is not really a strong case for tag teams at this moment in NXT, is there? Not really. I don't know. It's going to be a sad day.
Hopefully it's a day that's not going to come anytime soon, Steve.
I know.
Lord Ziffer going to Sacramento Wizard World Comic Con on Saturday. I will be meeting the Honky Tonk Man. If he is up for it, would you guys like an intro for him?
Man, we should have got a table at Wizard World.
Is it too late?
My dad reached out to me. I don't know. That's a good point. When is it?
This weekend?
Probably too late. The tables there are like super overpriced.
Oh, okay.
As are the tickets to get into the show. But no, my dad actually reached out to me. He was like, why don't you and Larson have like an autograph signing there? He's like, William Katz there, the greatest American hero. He's starting at $45. Why don't you guys do that? I was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Have people on this list.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell you, Dad.
We probably make
this is like 4 a.m. He was texting me.
We make like $135 though, probably.
Yeah, I know exactly. So yeah. What is it? An intro from him? Nah, I'm good because he'll probably be awkward. Maybe, I don't know. Sure, why not? I don't care.
If you
can get one, get one. If not, not. It's not a big deal. If you feel ballsy enough to say, hey, can you do an intro? Sure. Just if you do it, just make sure it's on the side, not vertical video.
Yes.
Cody Miles, considering NXT was the #1 trending last night, what do you think the TV ratings are going to be? And given that, like, the rush of people to crush that network, do you think it's going to beat the one from, it was December of 2017, the NXT on USA? That was 840,000.
Oh, yeah, last night will beat that.
You think it'll do 1 million? I mean, that's a stone's throw away from 1 million.
Yeah, I think so. Because they promoted the heck out of it on Raw and SmackDown. I mean, Triple H mentioned that one off they did, and he said, yeah, it was barely promoted.
Yeah.
It was just part of an overall WWE-themed week of programming.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Glorious Steve Klain, who is your favorite wrestler that always seems to be in a faction?
They don't do factions anymore, so we have to go back a little ways.
Yeah.
Who is perpetually in...
X-Pac was always in a faction.
He was always in a faction.
He was in NWO DX, X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can say Adam Cole. He was in the Kingdom, then Bullet Club, now Undisputed Era.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Let's see here. Alex C suggests, how about War Games being a 3-way again? Undisputed Era, Imperium, and then Dream, Kushida, and the Street Profits.
All right.
Yeah, that could be.
That could be fun.
What's Gargano going to do?
Shane Thorne. He's going to take on Shane Thorne.
At War Games? You think it's a takeover match?
It's not a takeover match.
I'd be fine with that. That might be a cool match, man.
I think it would be a cool match. Chris Coffey. Hey, friendos. With Ciampa's return on the horizon, what do you want him to do first on his return? He's got to go straight for that belt.
Oh, so here we go.
AEW poster. That's a good looking
Today,
poster.
1 minute ago, All Elite Wrestling confirmed.
Dynamite.
It's called Dynamite. That is a good looking poster.
That's a really
too.
good looking poster.
Yeah. I'm surprised Moxley's a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bigger star than Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good looking poster right there.
Yeah, MJF.
Awesome Kong is there. I wonder if that
MJF is featured in the poster as Mox's.
had Awesome Kong ever confirmed that she actually signed full time?
Not that I'm aware of. Kenny's kind of small in there too.
Kenny is small right there.
Who's over there on the right side?
Look at the WWE guys. You got Goldust. You got Luchasaurus. You got Brandy. You got Jungle Dude, and then Nyla Rose down here. I think it's Britt Baker right there.
It's a good looking poster.
The font leaves something to be. Does the Dynamite? That just looks like it's Arial black, I think.
I like the color though.
Me too. The color scheme is great. It makes the actual logo look kind of dull.
Yeah,
But,
no.
That's a great
At least they got a little
poster.
bit of a sheen on the gold and the E now
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
to make it look
good.
more metallic as
That
opposed to
looks good.
like a flat mustard.
Cool Dynamite. It's a good name. I wonder if they're going to have some Dynamite in their
Some explosions.
intro graphic.
Explosions.
Find a fake lot, Hollywood lot,
Yeah.
and then have all the grills come flying
There you
out
go.
with fire
There you
and
go.
stuff.
There you go. That's
They
good.
haven't done that before. Nobody's done that before.
Never before. That's unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. Yes.
And then projections of the wrestling
On
the
buildings,
buildings,
on the facades of the
right?
buildings, yes.
And one of Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Meow.
Emperor Hodge, I find it interesting that the UK championship has only changed hands in the United States. Dunn beat Bate in Chicago. Walter beat Dunn in New York. So who beats Walter and in what U.S. city? His dream is NXT fan Kyle in Full Sail. No, you got to have Dominic Mysterio
Man.
beat Walter
Yes.
at TakeOver.
They need one in Scotland now. They did Wales. They did Blackpool.
No, it's got to be in the States.
Oh.
That's the kind of the crux of the question. What's U.S. city? TakeOver a year and a half from now.
Well, if it's Dominic, there's probably a strong contingent down in L.A.
All right.
So do it at Staples.
San Diego.
San Diego. There you go.
That's where Ray's from, I think.
There. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
619.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
NXT TakeOver San Diego. Mm-hmm. From Cox Arena.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You said Cox.
Wow.
Jay Sean Lawrence, how long until Dexter Loomis gets a murder mystery show on USA? I don't know, but did you see his tweet or his Instagram?
Oh, he was creeping around the Tron. Yeah, that was pretty good.
He was fixing his murder glove.
That was great.
Fixing his murder glove.
Alex Foster, Regal calls you into his office. What were you two during the giant brawl?
I'm reprimanding everyone for getting involved in that brawl. What were you two doing?
I was looking for another card table in the production truck. So
Sorry, Regal, I was at craft service.
I wanted to.
I saw everybody was gone, so I went and get the last piece of prime rib.
Was it delicious?
Succulent.
I found the best place in town.
It was the end piece. They had all the seasoning on the end. It's the best part.
I'll be honest with you. I was looking forward to that bit. You're fired.
Sorry.
No, even worse. You'll be in War Games.
War Games! I'll go to All Elite Wrestling.
We're going to have a prime rib scramble in War Games.
The end piece of prime rib might be a bit overcooked, but it's got all the flavor.
All the flavors there. So much good seasoning.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see here.
Scorpio 85. How long will Walter and Cole be champs?
Walter will be champion longer than Cole.
Yeah, but Walter won't be champion as long as Pete Dunne was.
That's true as well.
He's not going to have the belt for 600 plus days.
That's maybe true. I don't know, man. There seems
might
to be
push
no heir apparent.
He might push it, but I don't think he's going to top that.
Who? I mean, it's got to be. They don't know who it is right now.
There's no one. There might not be anybody on the roster right now.
But they might give it. They might try Devlin.
Yeah, I think they should.
They might try Devlin.
Devlin's not giving up on wanting that title shot.
Or Eddie Dennis.
Sid Scala. Him versus Walter, British rounds match.
That'd be good.
Scorpio 85 also asked, should Bray be champ for a year? I mean, if it's an interesting reign, yeah, I think it'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Wolfpack for life. Any advice on how to listen to a commentator you don't like? Morrow completely takes me out of the show with his yelling and references. I've watched takeovers without volume before and have stopped watching NXT because of him. Wow. At some point, wasn't the network going to have like a Spanish? Well, they're not on the network anymore, are they?
It will be on Thursdays if you don't watch it live.
Watch it on Thursday. Are they going to have like they don't have any Spanish announcers there. Maybe they'll get some Spanish announcers.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. I don't know. Watch closed captioning, dude. And then pump some freaking cool music on in the meantime.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Wait, didn't the network say they were going to have like... Well, I know for pay-per-views they were talking about like different commentary tracks, right? You can flip to and from. Maybe they'll let you. Maybe on the VOD version, this may be being way too optimistic. They can have a version where you turn off the commentary.
Maybe.
I wouldn't like that though. I like Morrow, but I have heard plenty of people have that same complaint.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like when he was on SmackDown, he was a bit too much at times. So I understand.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Anyways, okay. I think that's good for the show.
Yeah.
We've got a bonus episode coming up.
We do,
which we'll talk about. Probably nothing to do with wrestling.
Talk about that poster.
We'll talk about Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Perfect.
We'll pick apart whether it's a good name or not.
Yeah. My initial thought, yes.
We'll save something for post show, damn it.
Don't yell at me.
Gosh.
Okay. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Idiot.